Good morning, my grade twos. I hope you're having a fantastic morning and keeping warm. Welcome back to class with Miss A. So, today I want you to think about what a community is. Think about what you know about a community and ponder about it a bit. So, a community is an area where a group of people stay. And who can think about what a helper is? A helper is someone who helps other people. So today we're going to be learning about community helpers. So I'm going to start off by reading a poem. So, our community helpers poem. Some people sell us produce and drinks, all fresh and cold. Some people work in shops and stores where many things are sold. Some people bring us letters and take the mail away. Some people stop the traffic to help us on our way. Some people move our furniture and put it in a van. Some people take the garbage out and empty our can. Some people drive an ambulance to help get us real fast. Some people teach us how to read and stories from the past. Each of these community helpers has a special job to do, making Johannesburg a great place to live for me and you. So, in the poem, you can hear that they're talking about a lot of different ways that people can help us. So I've printed out a picture for us over here. We have a picture of our community helpers. You have a fisherman, forest rangers, mostly in America. We also have forest rangers too in the National Kruger Park. You have farmers, a waiter, the crossing guard, the doctor, firefighters, lifeguards, veterinarians, police officers, nurses, chefs, mail carriers, mechanics, trash collectors, the garbage men, and a teacher. So most of these names are pretty self-explanatory. For the fishermen, those are the people that catch our fish for us. Forest rangers keep our forests safe. Farmers also grow us food and products. Waiters help you at a restaurant. The crossing guard helps people cross the street. Doctors, they help keep us healthy. Firefighters put out fires in the community. Lifeguards, if you stay by the beach, they keep you safe at the coast. Veterinarians are the doctors for animals. They take care of animals. Police officers, they protect our communities. Nurses also keep us healthy. Chefs cook for us. The mail carrier is the one who takes all our mail around to make sure that you have all the correct mail that you need. Mechanics help us fix our cars and other tractors, trucks, things that we need to travel with. Garbage collectors, if we didn't have garbage collectors, then we'd have rubbish everywhere. So we need garbage collectors. And teachers like Miss M. Teachers teach us new things. They help us learn. They make sure that we are able to learn new things about our communities. So I want you to think about which people in your community helps you. I want you to write that down on a piece of paper for the next part of our activity. So, today's lesson, as I said, is about community helpers. Community helpers are people who help us with our health and overall well-being. They do different things every single day. They do different things to help us every day. They provide us with goods, products, and services, the things that they do for us. There's doctors, there's police officers, there's teachers, bus drivers, mail carriers. We even have soldiers who help us in the army to protect our country, plumbers, dentists who keep our teeth clean and shiny and healthy. Babysitters are also community helpers because they make sure that a child is not alone at home. Bakers, fishermen, firefighters, and farmers. So all the ones that we went through over there, those are basic community helpers. So I want you to write about the community helper that you thought about at the beginning of the lesson, who they are and how they helped you. And it is very important to interact, communicate, and socialize, basically talk to your community helpers, because they will help you learn new things and gain vocabulary, gain new words, learn new things about the world around you. It is also important to be kind. Always remember to be kind. That's Miss M's #1 rule, and positive to each other, because we need each other to survive. Now, I hope that you've had time to write about your community helper. You can pause the video if you have to. I'm just going to explain the rest. So once you've done that, I want you to draw a picture of a community member at work. Remember which uniforms they wear. If you're going to draw policemen, make sure that it's blue and they have a police cap and a badge that says police. You can do a firefighter, you can do a teacher, any community helper that you think helps you especially. I want you to draw a picture of them. And then when you're done with the entire class activity, I'm going to send your parents a link for a Kahoot quiz on community helpers. I want you to use the Kahoot app specifically so that you don't have to wait for anyone else to be online to do the test. You can go onto the Kahoot app, do the quiz that I've sent on the link, and then you'll be good to go. So, some questions that I want you to think about as we come to our lesson is, what is a community helper? Who are people who help us in the community? Why do we need community helpers? In what way would you help your community? And what kind of community helper would you like to be one day, maybe? Name 3 community helpers who wear uniform, and think about 2 community helpers who don't wear a uniform. I'm going to read you explanations on the community workers for your quiz as well, so you know exactly what they do. So, the important thing about community helpers is they work together to create a community. Community helpers are important people whose job is to help others. Everyone who lives in a community can be a community helper. Some examples of community helpers, like we've talked about, are teachers, firefighters, the ambulance, police officers, bakers. There are a lot of community helpers, and these are just a few examples of them. The important thing about community helpers is they work together to create a community. The important thing about community helpers is they work together to create a community. So, if we look at the first community helper that I have, a teacher is an educator who helps people to help them learn. A teacher works at a school. They can teach preschool, elementary, they can teach the primary, the intermediate phase, and the high school. They use books to help them know what to teach. At many schools, the teacher will wear a special uniform, but in most places, you just have to look professional as a teacher. Teachers help the community by teaching their students. A firefighter is a person who drives a big truck and puts out fires. They work at a firehouse and wear a yellow or red jacket. A firefighter can put their life in danger when they go into a burning building to save a person. They use their fire hose to put out the fire, and they help the community by keeping our homes and people safe from fires. The ambulance, the paramedics, these are people who bring an ambulance to help someone who is sick or injured. They will help you by listening to your heart with a stethoscope or carrying you on a gurney, those little trolleys that they carry the people on their bodies. They drive people in an ambulance to the hospital, and they help the community when people are hurt or sick and need to go to the hospital in an emergency. A police officer is a person who keeps our community safe. They drive in a special police car that has sirens on top, and is usually black and white. A police officer wears a blue uniform and carries a special badge with them. They help the community by keeping the streets safe and helping us if we get lost. So yeah, those are our basic community helpers. I want you to now go do the activities we discussed about in this video. Otherwise, you can pause the video as you go to do the activities, and don't forget to do the Kahoot quiz. I'll be checking all of your marks. I hope you have a lovely morning. I hope you keep warm during this cold autumn air, and have a fantastic day. Grade 2s. This has been Miss M.